What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. Now it's Black History Month, so we might as well talk about the thing that makes us black, right? The skin that we in, all right? So today what we're going to talk about is melanin, what is the purpose of melanin, okay? And what you need to do, that way you are still living a healthier life with your melanin, okay? Because believe it or not, there's a pro and con to everything, okay? Now, on top of your skin is the dermis layer, okay? Or the epidermis, okay? Your skin cells are actually called melanocytes, all right? And once again, just cover your skin up layer, and based off the pigmentation will literally dictate how dark your skin is or how much melanin you got in your skin. So for somebody who's more darker skin, like for instance, the darkest or the most amount of melanin percentage you can have in your melanocytes is about 43%. So the darker you are, the closer you are to about 43%, such as me, right? The lighter you are, the closer you are to, of course, about 0%. But believe it or not, nobody just has 0% melanin, even though if you are, from Caucasian descent, you got at least about 1.6%. Everybody got at least 1.6% melanin, okay? Now, what the purpose of melanin is, for evolutionary, just so you have an idea, because we're African Americans, we was living close to the equator, so we wasn't trying to get sunburn and all that, okay? So we basically been provided with a whole lot of melanin, okay? And what melanin do, it literally protects you from what? Melanoma, okay? What is melanoma? Melanoma is skin cancers, okay? So that's why, because melanin is basically like a natural sort of, sunscreen or whatever, right? We can be out in the sun more, right? We don't even gotta think about sunscreen, but believe it or not, black people, you still need some sunscreen here and there, okay? So if you're somebody who actually just never goes out into the sun and you going to Hawaii expecting not to get sunburned, you're playing yourself, all right? So you gotta ultimately, kind of like work your way up to you being out in the sun for hours upon end if you're somebody that been dormant in your house since the Rona, etc. Okay, so you need to have sunscreen if you're going to be out there for about 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 hours, okay? But on average, you can just leave your house, live your best life, okay? If you got some melanin in you, okay? Now, ironically, what happens with melanin, once again, just so you have an idea of the statistics of how powerful melanin is, okay? 31 out of 100,000 people from Caucasian descent is gonna get some sort of melanoma, okay? 5% of Hispanics is gonna have some, out of 100,000, is gonna have melanoma, okay? For black people, majority of black people, it's only about 1%, okay? So that is really not an issue that we have to deal with, okay? And that's because we have a whole lot of melanin, okay? It's more concentrated in our body than anything else, all right? But with that being said, here is the con for you having melanin, okay? The con is, other than social structures, right? But ultimately, because melanin blocks UV radiation, right, from the sun, your body's not able to absorb as much vitamin D as somebody who has less melanin. So that's why you see a lot of people, from other cultures or whatever, they go outside, it's about 20, 30 minutes, they get sunburn, right? Or they literally duck in the sun, all right? But because they're able to get in a lot more vitamin D, right? Vitamin D is basically a hormone, so it's really not a vitamin. It's a hormone for the body. It's essential for the human body, okay? And what this does, it helps your body with anti-inflammatory properties, okay? Such as lower back pain, arthritis, okay? Helps with your immune system and makes your immune system more robust. Your immune system needs vitamin D so it can go ahead and fight off pathogens, bacteria, and work as effectively as possible, okay? It also helps out with high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, okay? So if you're somebody who's not receiving as much vitamin D, okay, you're more at risk to have high blood pressure, which that's why you see a lot of African Americans have high blood pressure. You don't see us just outside anymore, okay? Just living our lives. Everybody's ducking the sun. Everybody's staying in the house. Everybody's living more sedentary lives, okay? And type 2 diabetes, which is the third leading cause of death in the United States now. Okay, so that's why I advise all my clients, look, I'm about to go to the gym right now, right? But I advise all my clients, look, if it's nice outside, if it's not raining outside, if you're able to actually lace up your shoes and go for a walk outside, do that. Why? You're gonna get a little bit more benefits from you walking outside than you walking on a treadmill somewhere in the gym, and you're not receiving any vitamin D. Because we have more melanated skin, we need more vitamin D, which means we need to be outside more than the average person or the average racial group. Okay, that way we can live healthier, right, and have our immune systems more robust. Okay, so please do not be ducking the sun. Okay, we're melanated for a reason. Okay, we already got the perk of not having any, or very low incidences of you having skin cancers, which, believe it or not, is more prevalent than you think, right? But you need to go ahead and activate your melanin, okay? Or make sure you're doing everything necessary so you go ahead and live the healthier life, which is what? You stepping outside, you actually getting some vitamin D, okay? Now, if you're somebody who is, like it's the pandemic and you actually have access to a fireplace and you can actually use it, what I want you to do, if you cannot go outside and walk, okay, actually go ahead and use your fireplace. Why? So your fire emits something called NIR, okay, which is near infrared radiation, okay? Believe it or not, you're kind of getting the same perk of you being outside if you're sitting around a fire, okay? Also, when you're sitting around a fire, it's going to produce something called melatonin for your body, which means what? Your body not only is going to be able to go to sleep better, right, more efficiently, it's also an antioxidant for your body. So you're kind of getting the same perks of you having vitamin D from the sun from a fire, all right? So if you do not have the ability to just go for walks every single day or at least every other day, okay, go ahead and make sure you go ahead and set up your fireplace and sit around it for like an hour or two while you're watching your shows, okay? You're gonna get some perks of it, but nothing beats you getting vitamin D, okay? Once again, high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes is very prevalent in the Black community for a reason. If you walk outside and you see people running, you do not see a lot of Black people. I actually did, one time I actually counted between how many people I seen running and how many people I seen that was Black running. It was less than 5%. So you need to go ahead and step outside, and this summer, make sure you're getting some vitamin D. That way you're living healthier, okay? And then your body's gonna be able to fight off COVID-19 a little bit better, more efficiently, etc. All right? Hopefully y'all learned something today. There's a reason why we got melanated skin, so please go ahead and use it, okay? And there's some perks to it. All right, that's your reset tip of the day. It's gonna help you stay snatched all the time, knowing it's summertime. Talk to y'all soon. Happy Black History Month.